Hello everyone. Welcome to the another session of Thoughtful Leaders. Today we have with us Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, who is the Director of Institute of Industrial and Computer Management and Research, Pune. Hello sir. Welcome for the
Hello.
interview session.
Thank you.
So with your permission, shall we start with the questions?
Yes, sure.
Sure. Sir, my first question is, being the Director of Institute of Industrial and Computer Management and Research, Pune, kindly tell us about your experience in the education industry and how it makes the best industry to work in.
Absolutely. Actually, if you see the name of our institute, it is Institute of Industrial and Computer Management, where we are connecting, correlating, collaborating the industry expert with academic institute and having a leverage of computer technology, which makes our institute unique from the others. And very importantly, talking about my experience, I have got 22 years of experience from multinational company. And I worked as a maintenance engineer when I passed out from College of Engineering, Pune, to Master Black Belt Six Sigma in multinational company. So while working in an industry, I also started developing the teaching traits and teaching skills in me, so that I had a plan that whatever I learned in industry for 22 years, from maintenance, production, quality, engineering, business excellence, I tried to give back to the society. And I'm very glad to tell you that right from the beginning, Pune University has given me the opportunity to work in board of studies. It was in terms of foreign trade, then it was production operations and services management, and then I started developing the syllabus for the new batches of MBA. And now I'm very proud that recently in 2022, we are starting project management for MBA as a specialization, where I contributed in the syllabus. So this is how it makes me best use of my capabilities, which I learned in industry. And today we always talk about the gap between industry and academia. We, as a board of study member, are trying to reduce this gap and giving the best what is required to the students when they are going to get placed in industry.
Okay, sir. Sir, moving on to the next question. Any of the significant challenges that you have faced as a director of the institute?
Oh, yeah, I think the first challenge from the faculty, because I always say the stakeholder of the institute in terms of one, as a student who is my immediate customer, and industry as end customer. Now, in order to make ready this immediate customer as student, I think the biggest challenge today is that the students, when they come for MBA, they think that, yes, I'm going to get a good job, I'm going to get good salary. Yes, you will get good job and good salary unless and until you work hard. The biggest challenge, the question that you have asked, is that the significant challenge we faced due to pandemic was the online learning of the student, the engagement of the student, and very importantly, the measurement of the faculties who are teaching the classes, whether they were marketing, finance, and HR. So my challenge was students' engagement and evaluation continuously over a period of time. Because Pune University, when we talk Savitribai Phule Pune University, MBA program is outcome based. And when we say outcome based, the students' learning outcome is equally important. And measurement of that during online was a big challenge. Their attitude towards learning was a big challenge. And upgradation during this pandemic was a big challenge to faculty members. But due to the trust and confidence with the students and faculty members, we could overcome these challenges by using apt use of blended technology in our institute.
Okay. So moving on to the next question. How do you tend to establish a relation with the students being the director in the institute? And how do you make yourself available to them?
Okay, I'll start with the recent example. I just now told you that student is the immediate customer. And being worked in industry with 22 years of experience, I thought that we should give back to society, and the students are eager to do that. And we develop self-discipline, time management, diary management with the student right from the induction program. So I will tell you how I am approachable. Now, with the recent passing out of our late Lata Mangeshkar, Bharat Ratna, we executed the program 2 days before in our auditorium where we said Bharat Ratna Gana Gopila Swar Samrati Lata Mangeshkar Swaranjali program. I myself started saying that how Lata Mangeshkar has evolved her childhood to younger generation to now, and what was the message that she has given. I narrated all the statements made by Lataji Ji, and they were connecting with the student that if you want recognition, then you have to do hard work. And this is what I connected the student with the recent happenings, with how she has become developed as a Bharat Ratna. From the very lower middle class, she developed herself as a best singer, and she is known not only in India but outside. Similarly, we conducted post-budget program. I asked the student, study budget, what is union budget, what is fiscal budget. I called CA, CMA for giving guidance to the student. I told student that the budget is important from 4 stakeholders, study that. So pre-budget, I told my faculty members to get connected with them so that it prepares the platform for the student to learn. And this is how I pitched to the students as and when required for the important recent happenings. And that is how this connection and collaboration give more understanding and control over the teaching, learning, evaluation for the curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular activities conducted at our institute. So, for the major events, I definitely give guidance to them, I give direction to them, and accordingly the thing happens. So they enjoy, they educate, they entertain, and they get respectful cultural learning environment at IICMR.
Okay, sir. Sir, tell us about your effort behind establishing such a successful college and how do you plan to take it to a greater heights?
Yes, as I mentioned to you earlier, I am there in a board of studies. Few years before, I was chairman of board of studies where we developed services management as a specialization like marketing management. Today, most of the students, they are aiming for the placement. Yes, service industry is growing phenomenally. Even you have witnessed when in the budget 2022 that the fiscal budget very clearly says our finance minister that India is fastest growing economic country. And therefore, we emphasize this services business management as the student should learn what goes in the services. So, a lot of efforts are made that the student should learn recent trends, they should learn technology, they should learn what are the traits and characteristics required to get employability. I think our institute strongly believe on 4 important pillars of the program, namely student development, very importantly career excellence program, the business process excellence, and lastly the employability enhancement program. And I'm very glad to tell you that the reaching new heights, what I'm saying, that when I joined here, 2010, we started the program called business process excellence. The student should learn apart from the curriculum what is given by university. So this BPE program in the semester 2, what it is going to give them, what are the requirement of business processes function wise, like marketing, operation, supply chain, finance, HR, and today data analytics. So outside faculties, mainly CTOs, CEOs, CFOs, they come and direct the student in 2-3 days of the program where students understand what is the requirement, functional requirement of the process where they are going to get placed. They get understanding of industry environment which is required. And I'm very glad to tell you, last year it was business process transformation with digitalization as the topic of BPE 2021. And this year, BPE 2022, we are going to take the student the best practices of lean to work in smart factories. And this is where students are going to get exposure to the recent trend, and I'm going to take year on year to the new heights.
Sure, sir. Sir, how do you create a student-centric environment in your institute?
Good. I think, as I mentioned to you, students are my immediate customer. Even on the first day itself of the induction, we conduct the type of personalities in the student. Like some of the students are aggressive, some of the students are submissive, some of the students are introvert, some of them are extrovert, some of them can be future leaders, some of them are coming from vernacular background. So what we do, we make this study and we see to it that the mentoring, which is a student-centric program, we make a mixed bag of students so that students learn from the student better than the teachers. So while during mentoring, though we do group mentoring and then one-to-one mentoring, the example of student centricity comes when the student says, I want to participate in this program. I want to go for finance. Can I compare? Yes. We give every opportunity to the student to welcome the guest, to speak with these guest faculties, to interact with them during question and answer session, and even at the end when they come to my cabin, the students receive them, talk to them, interviews them, and some of the students who could not ask question in the auditorium, they come, they ask the questions whichever they have written on the diary, and this is how they learn. Their fear factor comes out, and then they genuinely ask questions, and this is how the overall development of student takes place. So every program, the students compare, student welcome, student narrate, student ask question and answer, student felicitate at the time, and then they learn. This is how at our institute, whether it is a business process program, career excellence program, or the last but not the least, employability enhancement program. As I mentioned, industry is my end customer. So what industry need? Students should be developed from that perspective. And that is how the programs of employability enhancement program, where students get exposure to mock interviews, mock discussion, how to give fast interview, how to give technical interview, how to discuss submissively in the group discussion, than aggression, each is being taught. So all the activities, irrespective of their background and culture, we train them because we involve them. And our ethos is explore, express, evolve, and excel. So students start expressing, and then they go into the evolvement stage of the process, and then they excel. And this is how student-centric programs are conducted.
Okay. Sir, according to you, what would be your ideal school environment, and how do you encourage that kind of culture in your institute?
Very good. I think ideal school environment. I'm very glad to tell you that our campus is located in the best school in Pune, that is called City Pride School. And we have got the cream of the students learning here, where they are developed in lot of educational areas, where they are getting scholarship in Boston or Stanford University outside India. So we have got best learning practices in school. What we try to do here at our institute, and I think what is ideal is that the students of MBA should learn right from the beginning to come out of their comfort zone. They should express themselves very clearly, what they know, what they don't know. And when they do what they like to do, they perform best. Like it is mentioned in Three Idiot. If you do hard work for what you like, definitely you will get what you achieve. You want to achieve, and this is exactly we do, and that is what is my ideal funda of the school environment. That the students should love to come to the institute campus. They participate in the program like brainstorming of budget. They also should express their views about Lata Mangeshkar. Just now we mentioned about Swaranjali program. They also should celebrate the days, that is for Rose Day or Valentine Day, for which they enjoy. And of course, they should be learning environment that they are supposed to learn and get the knowledge, skill, and ability, which is the dream of their parent. That is what is my ideal school education environment.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
So,
Manish.
how do you look at the growth of students through the placements opportunity available at the institute, and how do you wish to push the envelope further?
See, very importantly, though every student dream of MNC and top shot companies, I have also worked in multinational company. But is it that every student will get the best opportunity? Yes. Giving opportunity is the responsibility of the institute. But grabbing it and making it worth is the student responsibility. We at IICMR work as a catalyst in giving them the opportunity of the placement. And I'm very happy to tell you that our student who are worth of it got the best package of 13, 14 lakhs and they are doing well. All my alumni who have gone out of our MBA, they are coming back and saying, sir, the student development program where we learn how to hold a mic to express our views in the career excellence program that and IICMR Today program. I'll tell you one of the program which IICMR Today is that we talk about news, views and reviews. We talk about the breaking news. That news is viewed, reviewed, and what way you look at that news and you express your views in front of the student. This is what are the best things that we are conducting. So I think I see the students step by step learning to express, and I myself conducting a lecture on express to impress. The students start learning impression management, then they learn soft skill, and then they go into the placement opportunities. I'm very happy that the students are getting opportunities to crack interviews, but not all of them goes to what they expect. But I'm very happy that as per their ability, skill, and knowledge and level and grasp, they are getting best out of what we provide. So I'm extremely delighted. Only what we are aiming now is with HR Conclave. We are thinking of bringing the more big envelope or basket of industries to students so that year on year, our students will work pan-India because they have a mindset, I want to work in Pune because it's the best city to work. But actually, if they move out from their home, they learn better. And that is what my next will be, that they should work pan-India and of course then internationally.
Okay. Sir, what goals do you have in your mind for your institution for the next few years?
I think the most important goal I am planning now is international collaboration. Because if I see the skills required of the student is analytical, critical thinking. And once they come out of their comfort zone and they get familiarized with the new technologies, with the international collaboration, they will get exposure. So in real sense, globalization, liberalization and privatization, our students get exposure to this new technology where they become good team player, the good team leader, and last but not the least, the innovation and ideation is the key for success in future. Because if you see yourself in the next few years, innovation, ideation, if you do it at a workplace, then only you will survive. So apart from perform to perish, now perform, innovate, ideate and perish. Otherwise perish is my mantra of success. So I'm looking forward for more innovation ideation program through entrepreneurship development cell we call Prerna, and the most important activity that we are conducting at our institute is the Drushti Case Study Research Center. Our students are writing caselets. Our faculties are already trained for writing case studies, and those case studies are not necessarily success stories. There can be failure stories because students and faculties should learn from the success and failure for best practices adopted so that they can look, think, relate and act so that they become the future leaders who work in smart factory. This is what is my goal, which I'm training. You will be surprised to know that 4 of my PhD students are working in high profile industries at general manager level. And they are doing PhD under me for understanding Industry 4 nitty-gritties, smart factories, and of course the lean practices which are evolved. And yes, how can we forget the people side of productivity? That is also one PhD which is going on, which is developing the balanced scorecard of quotient. So, there are so many things which are continuous improvement we done continually, which is our ethos, which we are practicing. So, this is what I'm looking forward.
Okay. So moving on to the last question of the day, being a director of Institute of Industrial and Computer Management and Research, Pune, what suggestion do you like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Yes, I think this youth, this Generation Z and Generation Y, they are going to lead India where we call smart cities and smart factories and smart workplace. If they really want to yield, give output, they need to have good attitude. I think the most important suggestion to me is I have very good database saying that those who are having good attitude of gratitude, they have good career growth. So I suggest one thing of attitude. Whatever ability, skill and knowledge this generation is having, you should keep your foot grounded and try to observe the best things happening. Like I mentioned, look, think, relate and act. What best thing that you can imbibe in your personality so that you can improve your vocabulary, you can improve your communication so that you will get the best career opportunities and you have to give the best of your abilities. And I suggest that every individual is unique, which is having own thinking. I mentioned earlier, hardware and software can be brought, but thoughtware is developed. And that is where all the students should develop their thoughtware to become entrepreneurs. Like we always say, giving job. I don't want to develop job seeker. Yes, without experience, you cannot do anything. But job seekers and job providers is also something that these students should do. And there are opportunities with entrepreneurship and other things. I suggest the fourth important thing is when you do a job, while doing job, develop intrapreneurship while doing this. And then you can become entrepreneurs. I suggest make use of developing case studies. Just now I mentioned that learn why Ambani, Adanis are developing. What are the traits? What are the secrets of success? Then you will be in a position to go to the higher level as you progress. And keep note that success and failure are the two sides of the coin and you are going to face this, but learn from the failure. And lastly, I quote, learning never stops. So don't stop learning. So ask right question at right time will be my last suggestion to the student of the generation. If you ask the implicit question at right time, at right place, you will get right solution. And for every problem, there is a solution. That's what I wanted to conclude. All the best, students.
Thank you, sir. That's all for today. Thank you for sharing your availability for the interview session. It was a very wonderful conversation with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.